subscribe my YouTube channel and news. Click the bell icon for upcoming videos. And don't forget to like and share my videos. Thank you.
Who was Donald Rumsfeld, the proud U.S. Secretary of Defense? Former U.S. Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld, who was proud and did not regret his mistakes, has died in the U.S.-led war in Iraq and Afghanistan. The family of the former U.S. Secretary of Defense announced his death on Wednesday, according to the French news agency AFP. He was 88 years old. Donald Rumsfeld, who was in charge of the U.S. military for most of George W. Bush's presidency, was very stubborn and arrogant. He denounced the widespread looting that followed the U.S. occupation of Baghdad, saying, "Such things happen." For millions of people taking to the streets to condemn the Iraq War, Donald Rumsfeld and Vice President Dick Cheney were a symbol of George W. Bush's atrocities in the War on Terror, including the disappearance of Guantanamo Bay suspects. It also includes a period of detention and the mistreatment of Iraqis by American inmates at Abu Ghraib prison. Former United States President George W. Bush has described his Secretary of Defense, whom he kept in the cabinet until Democrats won a majority in Congress in 2006, as an ideal civil servant and a very good man. Donald Rumsfeld had called for the removal of the Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein as soon as the Taliban regime was overthrown in Afghanistan and called for military action in Iraq, where he believed weapons of mass destruction and perhaps Saddam Hussein. There were contacts with terrorist groups. In 2002, when asked about the lack of evidence in this regard, Donald Rumsfeld may have made a memorable statement. "Reports that nothing has happened are always interesting to me," he said. "Because we have confidence in what we know. There are things we know." Donald Rumsfeld is one of the longest-serving Secretary of Defense in U.S. history. He served as Secretary of Defense for more than 7 years under George W. Bush and Gerald Ford, 20 years before him. Born in Chicago, Donald Rumsfeld showed his fighting spirit at an early age and became a wrestler. When he was at Princeton University, he played defensively on the American football team. He served as a pilot and flight instructor in the Navy in the early days of the Cold War before being elected to Congress at just 30 years old. He was the youngest person to become Secretary of Defense in 1975 at the age of 43. And the oldest when he took office under George W. Bush.
Kindly subscribe my YouTube channel and kindly click the bell icon for future updates. Thank you.